Hey, it's Vivek from Multifactor.
And I'm Colin from Multifactor, and we're walking through Black Hat right now, and we're also at DEFCON this week in Las Vegas, and we're getting to talk to a bunch of potential customers here.
Yeah, we've had so many good conversations with companies, with executives across like defense, cyber, manufacturing, all kinds of industries. And the one thing that we hear a lot of is, hey, our company just brought like 50 new Agentic AI applications into our workflow. Like, how do we deal with this from a cybersecurity standpoint? And we've heard a lot of different perspectives on that. We want to share some of those with you. I'm here with
Billy Hoffman, I'm the field CTO at Ionix.
Hey, Eric Huckle, Director of Product.
We see examples of people saying, oh my God, I gave Cursor access to my production code base and it nuked everything. Or I gave this AI access to my production database and it wiped the production database. I mean, I've seen it.
I've seen those things happen.
Model exploits or vulnerabilities and attacks are out there every day. So I think that is what the largest companies in the world are doing with right now. They're kind of going to battle every day trying to secure their AI.
I would talk to any security leader and I'd say, hey, you have an identity and access management solution, you're doing this with humans, how are you handling non-human identifiers, and how are you going to handle it when there is an agentic agent that is needing to use way more credentials? What are you doing from transparency, from auditing, from validating that you're not being overly permissive with your credentials? Like that, I think is how I would sort of gauge the maturity of an org.
It's great to know where your models come from, like model provenance. It's great to have tools like runtime security or red teaming that can test these models. And then when you kind of deploy those in production, making sure you have kind of authorization or security guardrails around what you're doing. So,
would you give them access to customer data? You probably need to have proper masking things in place. Hey, the confused deputy problem. The same way that a human can be confused into acting on an attacker's behalf and doing something terrible with the rights that they have, can you trick an agentic AI into doing those things? So it's the same concept of how are we leveraging what they can do, what audit trail do we have in place about what actions they took?
Instead of having one big agent that has permissions of everywhere and can do everything, it's almost like a specific agent, like an HR agent or a finance agent, like a way to kind of control the blast radius. It's called the principle of least privilege. So, don't give these agents or these systems more than they need to do the job, and then making sure that you have the ability to monitor these things.
What is the right level of permission structure to be giving an AI agent that's supposed to be automating various financial or bank transactions? Probably something sitting down and going like, wait a minute, it doesn't actually need access to a web portal, it probably just needs access to sort of the transaction log or the records that are happening here. What's a better way to get the functionality we need? The other thing is that I think people, they have a view of like, well, a human does it this way and thus we'll make the machine just do it that same way, but it's like, they don't need that same interface.
It does kind of feel like it's an unsolved problem right now, because I think agents they don't perform like bots where it's very linear. Like they're deterministic, they're goal seeking, and so some of the parts of a human where you need to manage their permissions, you need to spin them up, you need to shut them down.
And if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail.
Right.
A lot of these companies have they've built multi-billion-dollar businesses approaching a problem a particular way, and maybe that may hinder their ability to approach it a better way now that there's sort of a new component here.
That's kind of where I think the thing is, the space is moving of like a identity security for agents, but I think it's an open field right now. I don't think it's been solved. I think that people have an idea of where it's going, but I'm kind of curious to see what goes out there and solves the problem.
Awesome. If you happen to be one of the people here at DEFCON whose company just added like 50 new agentic AI applications to your different stages of your workflow, and your CISO's hair is on fire because they don't know what to do about it, then come talk to us. This is exactly the type of problem that we're working on. We'd love to hear from you and see what we can do to help.